Hello and welcome back to Farthest Frontier. Still, there is still no sign of this latest patch. I've really got no idea when they're going to actually release it. I mean, as far as I'm aware, they're still doing beta testing on it, which is good news, but yeah, it's taking quite a long time. In which case, I'm just going to keep chipping away at trying to improve this place before eventually we get round to moving the town centre up to here somewhere. Probably over here, I think, to make it closer to the doors, because you can actually fire arrows from there. But one of the things I still need to do, and probably for quite a while, is keep trying to level this out for people. Or more specifically, I'm trying to raise the height of this area. Reason being is this is to be the main entry point. This is a kind of a back door, if you will, to get in. And I need this area higher to stop people just being able to climb up here and then walk all the way over there. I mean, eventually when this trench gets built, nobody will be able to do what they're doing here. I mean, they're just literally walking across here, then up here. This will get lowered down to the point where you just can't do that anymore. And why is that showing at 112? That seems a bit odd. I don't want to be doing that. I'm doing them in just basically little stripes. Maximum you get is 62 in one work order. So I'm doing them in individual stripes because, like, there's a maximum of 5 people you can assign to a build area. It's like if I made this one big build area, it'd still be only 5 people can do it. By default it's 3, but I'll get more people working on these individual work sites than on, say, one big work site. So it should go a lot quicker. But anyway, we'll get them chipping away there. In the meantime, I need to know what these folks are up to, because right, so we've got some gardens down here, because one of the things I'm trying to do is to bring resources down to this area that basically tries to speed up the mining. I don't know if it's going to have any effect, because I've got things like these deep mines and they don't produce that many resources. Apparently they're always stuck in this, where most of the things that they're doing is apparently to do with transferring goods, whatever that means. They do spend quite a lot of time, say, wandering up to I think here to get things like firewood. I think there were people coming up here for the fruit. So I've set up some little areas down here, arborists, that's it, so that they'll produce fruit here. Which, incidentally, I've just realised I don't have any storage for them, have I? Right, let's set up some for them. So probably a root cellar, I imagine, can store that. So if I put that about, say, there, we'll get them to build that, and then they can start storing their fruit there. So it's a bit less distance for them to travel. I mean, really, it's like the marketplace would go and get that, because they can get fruit and they can get preserved fruit. I'm not going to go to all the trouble of building another place that actually starts bottling that and preserving it. I've already got one here, and I'm seriously struggling for performance in this game. I mean, I've got what, potentially 1,526 people. The game's capped at about 2,000, but it's seriously struggling to run at this rate. And there's not a great deal I can do about it. So I think that's about the best I can expect. Now, I've been introducing other resources. I mean, we've now got chickens over here, we've got cows over here, which incidentally I should really set up. I was going to set up a separate gate for these, wasn't I? So let's do that. We'll start putting in a fence. I'm going to have to go and find out who that is who's just turned up. So let's put a fence, say, or hold on, that makes no sense. Why would I want the gate facing in that direction? Right, so that's the fence. So that's fine. We'll just run the fence to there, and then from there to there. Then we'll put the gate in. We'll probably have a better understanding of where the gate needs to go. I mean, let's put it that way. We'll have it open out. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really matter because even the chickens, like, they just casually just walked down the road and came all the way down here, which incidentally has got me a bit puzzled as to how I'm going to fix this, because I put this wall up to try and build, well, basically stop anybody coming from through here, down here. And as it turns out, people are just ignoring it anyway. There's a big enough gap to do that. So I'm just wondering, what if we put a... I should really go and see. I think it's Lethros. Let's go and put that there. Put one either side. That might block it off. That's just a thought. Right, so have you got anything interesting? Oh, hold on a sec. I've got too much. Why have we only got... Why have we got a small amount in here versus there? That's got me puzzled now. Curious. I was originally keeping most of the money in the trading post because I'd be using that to buy and sell things. But the trouble is, we're not producing like a profit basically. Running at a big loss. I've hardly got anybody in the towers because it's costing me so much money. We produce so little gold. So I've deliberately got it so this should just have on average about 2,000 gold, and that way I don't run out of money for the actual guards, because otherwise the guards leave and I don't know if they take their gear with them or not, which wouldn't be good. I'm not going to get much out of that, but I'd rather keep trying to sell something. I think I'll give that a miss because we're running that's at a much lower rate. We'll sell some of these off. I don't mind selling that off. We've got a reasonable surplus. Nothing really to buy as such, so okay, that's enough from Lethros. Now I do have some buildings that are destroyed. Oh, okay, that must be off the raid that we had. Now these are buildings that are condemned. There's not a great deal I can do with that because these are walls. I can't get access to them. And I've deliberately got it like that. Having said that, yeah, it's kind of like a chicken and egg. I mean, I've got a double wall to try to encourage people to come around here, and then that way, so there's a long line of towers to keep, to take pot shots at the raiders as they're coming around here. I wonder. Yeah, I'm just trying to... I mean, I could move the wall back a bit further. But I quite like this. This is quite useful because they've got to wander all the way around here and all the way around there. Which means that they get... these towers get a good shot at them while they're walking by. So I was thinking maybe if I move the wall a bit to inside, but then you get people being able to walk straight up there potentially. I don't know if I'm saying that. I don't know if it would take the trouble of like breaking down that bit there because there's no incentive. It's not going to give you access into here. It'll give you a route through there maybe, but something I'll think about. But there's no rush at the moment. I mean, the wall hasn't literally like fallen down, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Up here, what are we doing up here? Oh, that's it. I'm building another mine, aren't I? Oof. Yeah, every time I'm building more things, it's like it means I need more people. And I'm trying to hold off getting more people because the game's seriously struggling. It's like there's not enough room. Grazing area. Right, if we make your grazing area there, that means I'm going to have to move the fence back, aren't I? Obstacles. Roads and fences. So if we move the fence back to there to there. And then just, I mean, for a bit of consistency, for the consistency, I mean, it's not going to do anything, but it looks a bit oh, it's too steep. Are you kidding me? Why do things have to be too steep? If we do it from, say, there to there, and then there to there. As long as I can do that, I'll get the place flattened a bit. Now I'm wondering, I mean, the idea behind here is to have more room for chickens. I'm going to have to put another fence in though, aren't I? Right, so if we put that fence to, say, there, then we'll put another gate. That's a fence gate, right, so let that one open outwards that way. So that gives them a bit of room. The only trouble is I don't know if I can get a... Let's have a look-see. Yeah, we could fit 2 more in. I don't know if I necessarily need that many chickens, to be fair, but it's just basically the more produce I can create locally, I'm thinking the better for these people. Whether that has any effect on the mining or not, I don't know. There's only one way to find out, really. So let's have a look. They've done that bit of work there, so let's give them something else to do. And I'm hoping that once this, as we move slowly towards the left, if you haven't said that, that'll have to come out, won't it? So that might be holding up that part from rising up, because that's what I've been doing. Let's just take this out. I've had to take this section of the wall out because it's been stopping me from bringing the height of this part of the ground up. Which having said that, let's have a look. We'll go from, say, here to here, then here to... If we flatten that, it might... if we flatten that out, it might... Oh, hold on, that's not good. Well, it might do it, but... I want to try and create a kind of a shear wall. I'll probably have to do it from here, actually, to be fair. Because ultimately I still want the wall there. But by having the wall there, it was stopping this part of the ground there getting raised up, which didn't help. Right, I know what that... Oh, hello. We're saving. Right, let's have a look, see. What's Atka got? Anything? Something? Oh, you've got some pelts. Oh, you want me to sell them? I want to buy them. Funny, usually like the things that I want to buy are the things that they want to sell to me. I mean, I can sell you some soap, if that's of any use to you. It's interesting, we don't have that much iron ore. I would have thought we had a lot more than that. Coal, Rokion, these sort of things. I could do with more tools, but I'm trying to actually get it so that we're making our own. Oh, you've done this part. Right, let's keep chipping away over here as well. And tell you what, where's the edge? There's the edge there. That's what I really want to be working on. Let's go to there. So this is getting lower and lower. Eventually it should be so low that you can't get up to that path from here. All we'll be left with is a kind of a flat area here. And I'll put some towers around here to guard that path there. Plus this area down here. That road's interesting. It's a pity that trying to get the roads working is... I'm seriously struggling getting the roads to work. Because that's such a seems so steep. It works, but it just feels too steep. Let's see. Oh, you've finished there already. Crikey. Right, let's do that bit there. To here. And to there. So at the moment they're quite happy to just walk all the way down here. I mean, that's a much quicker path for them to get to. It's quite it's quite amusing because at one point the path was broken. So nobody could get up here and then up there, or just from here up here. So it ended up everybody was going up and down this path. You could see, it's surprising how many people were actually coming to here or leaving here. It was quite surprising actually. But of course that's the slow route. And that's deliberate because I want to be able to take pot shots at any armies, because I've deliberately designed it like that to slow down raiders. But yeah, that's quite amusing now. Right, chickens. So we're building that, Oh, it's Scorv the Butcher. Have you got anything exciting? No, but I'll sell you some clothes. This is bonkers. I've got over 200 there. Why am I keeping 200? Let's keep 150. What's the most I can sell you? 14. Okay. I can buy some pelts off you. I'll buy all of the pelts that you've got, because I need those so I can make the hide jackets plus the shoes. I've got a reasonable excess of inventory for the actual metal ingots, which is quite good. Right, let's balance that out then. We'll keep 2,000 here, because we're getting quite away, and I don't know if we'll get anybody else turning up to trade. Blimey, have you gone through this lot already? You're seriously going through these flattening jobs quite quickly, actually. A lot quicker than I thought. Right, let's start at the edge and work our way backwards. But it does mean it. Oh, I haven't said that. Let's take that bit out. Ideally, I want the little edges where the edge starts. Start there. Out there. That's more or less the same height anyway. Do a bit there and we'll do a bit there. So they've almost finished here as well. It'll be interesting to see if that gets to the right height so that they just can't come up anymore. I think there's... I mean, what's this place like? There's a bit of an edge there. So I'll start that again. 62 to there. Right, so the edge is now here. So go to there. And then do that one. So I'll keep chipping away here. I mean, I think they'll be able to get up there at the minute, but and for a while until I think at this rate I'll probably have to break the entire wall section down. Right, so there's probably no chickens in here, I'd imagine. So I've got one person looking after the chickens there, so there's 12 of a possible 24 there. Right, how many chickens have we got over here then? So you've got 24, and you've got 24. Right, I am going to send 4 of your chickens, because I'm feeling generous, to there. And then I'll send another 4 from the other place. So then they'll slowly start to catch up. Hopefully. Eventually. So you've got 24, so you can send 4. Send them there. So eventually they'll catch up and get about, they'll get 8 out of a possible 24. So that didn't take them too long. They're now up to 12 already. So I wonder if these have started catching up, because I had to send quite a few cows out as well. So you're on 20. 20. You're on 20. You're on 20. That's good. So we'll get all of the produce out of those barns now. Where's this one up to? So they're just one behind. So that's not bad. I mean, I could ideally do with a lot more people in there. The only trouble is we're seriously struggling for people normally. Unless there's quite a few things on hold. Usually this ends up complaining a lot. Saying you just don't have enough people. Oh, fudgesicles, we've got rats. Fine. I'm going to have to get somebody to come in and catch the rats, aren't I? Right, so there's a rat catcher. So there's a one... Hold on, Tix. There's a rat catcher there. Ah, so if there's a rat catcher there, they're covering about there. Let's move these a bit further up so that they're within range then. That's probably easier. Let's put that one... I'll tell you what, how far... I think that's kind of in range, so let's move that up about 2. Move that one a bit closer on that side. So that brings them all within range of the rat catcher that's up there. Gives them something to do. That's actually... Oh, wood signals. They'll end up building this. I'm going to need a rat catcher here as well, aren't they? Hoo-bah! Yeah, put a rat catcher there as well. Just means I'll have less labourers now. Which is a pity. Right, so they're starting to ignore this part. So this is starting to get too steep. So that's a good sign, actually. So we go to there. And there to there. And then there to there. So since I've torn that down, we then go there to there. And I'm just going to have to work my way across here. It just shows like the drop is quite a drop. You can see just how much this land has actually dropped because of that. Because I deliberately built a sort of like a very flatter area around there. And then it was only like later on it kind of crossed my mind that's like, then that's an easy way to get through this because I think this was Plan C, this road. Because I wasn't quite sure if I'd be able to do anything like that. Plan B was all the way down here, and I've since had to take it all out. Right, let's have a look-see. So we've got up to here then. We'll keep chipping away, and eventually we'll get there. I mean, it's taken us about 3 centuries to get to here, I think. Yeah, 304 years we've been at this. I mean, that's a long time. I'm just saying. It's like, geez Louise. I don't think anybody who originally came here had this in mind. Like, they were looking for an easy life, not like spending the most of their existence flattening the ground. Right, keep chipping away there. But ultimately that'll become a bit of a sheer cliff as well, and then they won't be able to get up and down there. Is this... I don't know how long it's going to take to get a trench running all the way along there. Out of curiosity, I'm just going to grab somebody and...
doing?
Can you go over there? Okay, so you can't get through there, so that's good. So you're taking the long way around. Right, okay, well, that's fine. Just go there and then be about your business. So at least I know they can't get through there anymore. Builders are falling behind on the upkeep. Add more to catch up on construction tasks. Let's have a look. 69 out of 2. Well, just do some more work. It's not that difficult. It's like I've got enough room for 200 people. No fussy bunch. I'm just saying. Right, there's still people coming up and down here, which isn't ideal. Right, so that's about as kind of about as flat as we probably need to go. But there's that bit there. So they're still working on that section there. And I'll just work on that section in general now, I think. So as long as they keep chipping away there, then eventually they won't be able to come through here. Right, so you finished that bit. You're busy thinking about that bit, aren't you? Right, we're getting into winter, so I'm probably not in my interests to be doing much. Because the trouble is, we have a big shortage of things like pelts, and that has a problem for the big hide coats which help them during the winter. So I tend to lose quite a lot of people to exposure because of the cold weather, which is a bit annoying. Not just for them, but for me as well. So I think we'll be holding off doing any more of the groundwork until we get into the spring, I think. They'll still have to go about their business doing... Oh, which signals that? Yeah, that's messed things up because of the wall. Foobar. Right, this is a problem because I'm going to have to take the wall out. Now, usually whenever we get attacked, they're either coming from here or they're coming from here. So there is a big risk I could get people coming all the way around here and then they'll just walk in here, but I don't see any alternative. At least for now, anyway. So I'll rip that out, otherwise I can't get them to work on there. Right, speaking of tearing things out, I'm going to have to take these sections out now. Because we don't need these. That's a bit more room for the chickens. Take these ones out. Oh, nope, don't want that. We want... It's like as soon as I let go, it picks something else. Right, take that out. Right, can I extend that? I don't need to, but I feel obliged to. Oh, fiddly-dee. That's not what I want. Let's go from... That's the fence, isn't it? Right, are you going to complain that it's not flat? Right, we'll still build. Yeah, died of exposure. Budgicles. Right, so they've ripped that out, so that's... Yeah, it is what it is. I'll have to start flattening this, and then we're going to have to start working this lot in this direction as well. Ultimately, I'm going to probably try and see if I can flatten that, get a proper, like, sharp drop, something similar to that. And then I can put the wall back in again. We'll just have to see how they do. I just don't want that wall around while I'm trying to build this, because you can see that right here the wall is the ground's dropped off significantly, and it's caused this part of the land to drop as well. I mean, it would have dropped anyway, to be fair, but it's dropped a lot more than I expected. Out of curiosity. That's the rat catcher. So we've got absolutely nothing in there. So what did you do last year? So you produced 269, you produced 4. How did you only produce 4? I am gobsmacked. How did you only produce 4? That's bizarre. Right, they've done that bit anyway. But I think what I might be able to do is try and chip away at that edge. If we start like here and run it down down to say here. It then impacts that though. I mean, I could try, see if I flatten that, it's kind of a chicken egg. If I flatten that, just that one cell, it's going to pull that cell down as well, so... Oh, that's interesting, you're still walking up up there. Ooh. I might be more aligned on this than going, you know, because this is all coming down to a very low height from here. The idea is you want just a big trench all the way along here, but at the same height, so then nobody can come over from, say, across this path onto this bigger land here where the towers are going to be. Because ultimately the idea is that the only way in is going to be that all the towers I'll have is through here. I mean, I say all the towers, I can't afford any at the moment anyway. I don't know if I ever will be either. Because the problem is just, I mean, I've got quite a lot of these deep gold mines, but they just don't produce hardly any gold at all. I mean, that one's doing 30. That one did 30. Yeah, I think we've got one up here as well, haven't we? That one did 27. So it's like, yeah. It is a pity. Right, speaking of a pity, how much... Right, we've still got like a bajillion iron ore to get from these. That's going to keep them busy for a while. I'm curious, are you going to go down there? Or straight off the edge? No, that's interesting. That's not steep enough. Fiddlesticks. It's a bit of a pain, that is. We'll have to wait till the spring until I can probably do anything more, and then I'll try and, because at the moment it's a relative drop. It's not too bad of a drop, whereas if you look at something like this wall, it's a complete sheer drop. Right there, that's a sheer drop. These are kind of gradual, but there's still quite a distance to go down, so I don't know if I can do anything other than to... I can try and turn it into a sheer drop, but I don't know if it'll have any effect. Now this is all going to have to get brought up to the similar height again, because this is all gone pear-shaped. Right, so that's about 2 wide. Let's have a curiosity. Let's go... I'm going to do a large job here and see how they do there. See if I can get them to start flattening this area out. And then we'll have to see what happens when I do this then. I mean, this is not up to level. This is the only thing that's got bothered. It's not at the right height. If we go from, say, there to there. Knowing my luck, we'll get a bunch of raiders suddenly turn up, and then it's a case of let's just go in where there's no wall. Like, it's not a good idea. Right, I'll just keep chipping away over here as well then. So that's mostly what these folks do these days, just try to flatten the ground. Drat, at some point that means I'm going to have to take down the left wall, or at least part of it, there, that bit there. Grr, that's not good. That was not the plan. But I'm going to have to do it. Anyway, I don't see a way. I can't think of a way around that. Fiddlesticks. Right, that's that. If I do it from there, 562, 625. I don't know if that's going to have any effect on that block there. I suspect I'm going to have to start a job right up where the wall would be to flatten it out. No, there's a thought. What if I go that away? Because I think that's going to impact that little section there. That's the trouble. Guess we'll just have to see. So they're all busy chipping away. Right, we'll get back to this side as well then. So somewhere, there's the edge for that. So that's 125. Is there another edge somewhere? Ah, there's one there. Right, so we've got... We've got one marker there. There's 125 there. Up to about there. Right. Have you got anything interesting to offer? Nothing for a good price, unfortunately. How's about we keep some of these baskets to one side, just on the off chance. Fudgesicles. I'm going to have to buy these anyway. I'll make some codes just to try and keep things ticking along. We'll balance the piggy bank out over here. Right, that should keep things ticking along. Hopefully someone will come along that we can sell to. Because if all I can do is... Oh, hold on, what happened there? Okay, so that's a... Okay, let's try that again then. Yeah, hopefully someone will come along and I can sell some things, otherwise I'm going to run out of money. That's going to be embarrassing. I don't know what happens. I think... Yeah, what happens if you run out of money? I mean, does everybody just pack up and leave? I mean, I know the people who get paid will. I mean, people like the... Oh yes, well in theory, I mean, they'll probably just all pack up and leave. Because you'll get like the guards will leave. Religious folks will leave. Brews, marketers, there's all sorts of people who get paid, so they're bound to leave. I mean, if they start leaving, it's a case of, well, we're not getting enough food, not getting enough anything basically, and then they'll all just leave. That'd be embarrassing. Right, let's have a look, see. So we start from there again. Is there another edge I can find? About there. Don't think I've got it. This part's mostly flat anyway, by the looks of it. Don't think it's really doing much. Oh, I haven't said that. There's an edge there. I think the rest of it's pretty flat. So I'm not sure if I'm offering anything new here by doing this, but yeah, I can keep trying. Right, so that... Let's keep trying to go... Let's try and do some large blocks, just to try and get a roof area at the same height. Or 55, 62, 625. Do it from, say, there. 675. So I'm going to go in that direction. Ah, so you finished that bit, have you? Not sure that's really helping, but I don't think that's helping. I'm not getting a... Yeah, I don't think it's helping. I'm not seeing a sort of like a sheer drop. Which is a bit of a pain. I want these all to be just to have a vertical drop and then that's it. And I'll just run the wall along. I don't think it's achieving anything, to be honest. Foobar. Now that edge starts over here. 450. 625. Right, so we've got... Let's see, we've got Masuk, I think this one is. Yeah, that's Masuk. Oh, low prices. I mean, I'll sell some of these, because why not? I need the money. It's a bit of a balancing act, though, because one of my bigger concerns is if we get a private army in, I don't think I've got the means to hold them off. I mean, 6,000. Hopefully that's a small enough amount that there's just no incentive to attack. They usually come in and ask for quite a lot. So I'm trying to keep that amount of gold that we've got fairly low, but not too low. I don't want to run out of money, but on the other hand, I don't want to have too much money, otherwise. Yeah, a private army is much, much harder to handle. The raiders aren't so bad, even though I'm like running out of actually that's a thought. Yeah, even though we're running out of the money to be able to support the towers getting filled in, it's not too bad. I think we're just about getting by for now. Right, so what has Beldar the Peddler got? Something? Nothing? Nope. Why is it set at 19? 0 of 119. That makes no sense. That's broken. Town storage, trading post. Let's take that back out again, confirm. This is broken. I don't want any in the trading post. Don't keep any stock at all. It's still insisting on keeping stock. What? Somebody's broken things. Who broke them? I'll sell these off as well. I mean, why not? Well, plenty of these. Even though they're going at the normal price, I may as well sell them. It's a bit expensive, but people complain without beer. Right, let's go and balance our piggy bank. So put about 2,000 over to there. I have no idea what's going on over there. That is weird. Never mind. It's a feature. Right, so let's see. So we've got... There's an edge there. Yeah, that was a bit of an edge I found. I really wish I could get this changed. The colouring on this, I can't see a thing. When the rope and the grid line are the same colour, it's just... No, I can't make it out. I can't... It's very, very difficult to tell where an existing line starts. That goes to 62. 62. I mean, it's going to keep them occupied if nothing else. Shouldn't take them too long to balance that out. Right, so that idea of a sheer edge has just gone out the window. It didn't work. I was kind of hoping that would give give me a sheer drop, but no. We can go that. Oh, that's too big. 625. But at some point that bit's got to come out because the wall's got to go back. I mean, it's not having this big gap's not a big problem at the minute because there's nobody coming from like the southwest area, for instance. They're either coming from the east or the southeast. Yeah, east, southeast, or the northwest. And now that I've plugged that gap, that's a bit of a relief, really. Otherwise, people could have just walked in through here. That would have been awkward. Right, you're still... Oh, crikey. You've done all this lot already, have you? Right, where can I start then? About... Oh, that's a difficult edge to find now. About there, then. Next one will be there. And I'm pretty sure this is just starting to get flat now. Ish. Oh, I've said that. That looks like an edge. Kind of an edge. 125 to there. Ultimately, I'm going to have to... Well, I think I'll need to keep that bit in there because I don't want people being able to walk through. So that's why I'm not running this this sort of like trench all the way through, because otherwise people could just literally walk through here and then they'd be able to eventually get onto there, which would defeat the purpose of that. So that's just not practical at all. Right, I'm curious to see how the market's doing now. We've got quite a bit of different types of foods. Now they're struggling for bread and fish, which is interesting because there's... Oh, it's the graveyard. That's kind of interesting because I've got two people doing fishing down here. I could set up another fishing post over here. So let's do that. I want to make sure that the... Because I think they now fish all year round. Plunk that one down. What? It's an invalid placement. How dare you be invalid? It's obstructed by the water. That's an invalid placement. So I could put that... Well, we could put it a bit closer. If I put it, say... oh, I can't. Right, okay, I get it. Right, there's certain places you can't build. So right, that fishing area is 442. But once I move their range, it'll go higher. Fishing productivity is at 80%, is at 90%. Ooh, 140%. 150%. Well, I'll put it there. And we want a road, because this is going to be permanent. That comes under roads, doesn't it? Right, can I get a road all the way to there? No, I can't. Apparently I've exceeded the length. Right, we'll get them to build that, and hopefully that'll help them with their fish, because I've got them with their own little gardens over here making things. So they'll be getting the meat from things like, well, it'll be a while before the chickens catch up. But we've got all of these goats, and we've then got the cows eventually. So that'll help with the meat. That's interesting, we've got furniture. Now what about medicines? Because I've got an apothecary. Ah, right. Now the apothecary, do they not need glass or something? I mean, they made 12 last year. Now they're relying on medicinal roots, which we now get locally. Willow, which we get locally. So what's the problem is honey. Money's the big problem, but they're going to have to go all the way out to here to get the glass, because that's where glass manufacturing is. Woodsickles. Oh, Atka. Just noticed Atka's turned up. Right. I don't want to sell you them. I'll sell you the soap. I think that's about it. How? What? When? How? Where? When? Where? Who? How? Who? What? How have you only suddenly got one heavy tool? A minute ago had a lot more heavy tools. Now I've suddenly got hardly any. This is bizarre. Right, so we're ticking along reasonably well when it comes to the gold, at least now. But this is... it's a bit of a pain. Actually, that's a bit of a... Yeah, that's now sloping downwards. That's a real pain, that. That was not the plan. I didn't want it to be doing that. Woodsickles. Right, so we're going to have to work our way all the way up to here now. Get all this lot flattened. Just keep chipping away. Till eventually all this lot's at the same height. And then I can start thinking about getting an entry point on this side. So the idea is if you want to get up to this area, you'll have to come in through a wall, like a gate that I'll set up here. So I'll stop anybody basically getting into onto this back road without going through the town. So that'd be good for the any raids that we get. 62 there, 62 there, and 62 there. So I'll just keep getting them to chip away at that. Now this is a bit weird. What happened there? How's that? Oh, right. I don't think there's much I can do there because that's I can't build there anymore. But that's now a sheer drop, which is a bit weird. Right, there's the next drop there. There's another one about there. That one's there, that one's there. So you just keep chipping away at that. Right, do I need what? I mean, I'm tempted to set up more chickens down here, but I'm wondering, do we have enough? Because they're on 17 of 24. They're now on 12. I mean, until they catch up, we're going to get eggs from them, but we're not going to get any meat. So just out of curiosity, how we're doing for eggs now. It would help if I could pick the market, but... So we're not seeing a supply of eggs, which is interesting. And that they've got over 115 eggs. So why is nobody coming from the market to pick up eggs? I mean, there's 4 people. What are you doing? You're doing your own house. You're stocking the market. So you're going all the way over there to get something. So yes, they're going all the way out there for something.
What needs doing?
You're going all the way out there for something. Oh no, that was not the plan. I'm trying to get them to go to get things locally. Where are you going?
Need something?
What are you going to get then?
Hello there.
Hello. What are you getting? Glass. Will be intrigued. Swindon bargainers get glass. I didn't realise that. So they're getting glassware. Okay, so what are you going out to get then? Because they're not at the minute they're not carrying anything. I mean, they've got their own food to keep them going, which is interesting. I didn't realise they had that. I thought they would always go back to their house to get things. Where on earth are you going? So you've just picked up some pottery. Presumably heading back. Because I would assume they can only carry one item. That is weird, that. I mean, I wouldn't have thought... Yeah, so fudgesicles in it. That never crossed my mind, that. So the houses themselves even have glassware. So these are this is interesting. These are their basic needs, but they've also got things like glassware. That is interesting, that.
Work to be done?
So you've just gone off to get firewood. Now where are you going then? So that in itself suggests there's a problem with, because I mean I've got people up here making firewood. Last time I checked. Kind of gives me the impression it would probably be better to set up a separate, because why did I set that one up there? Oh right, I moved these ones here because this is a more fertile area. Well, I say these ones, this area for the people who are growing the trees, it's more fertile for them. So I moved all of the actual manufacturing along there with them, so it's closer to them. Otherwise these people would have to go out and get that, but it then means it's kind of like a it's chicken and egg really. I mean, do you leave it for these people to do all the extra travelling, or do you leave it for the manufacturers to go out and do the extra travelling? It's a bit tricky, that. So you've got 12 of 24 chickens, 17 of 24 chickens. Right, so you've reached your 20 cow limit. I mean, I need more people. You're pondering your existence.
Need anything?
Okay, fair enough. You're pondering your existence. That is troubling. That's what it's boiled down to. So these have spoiled, which makes sense because it's oh, that's interesting. That so there's a lot of milk, and there's nothing being done with it. I mean, I don't think there's anything to do with milk. Oh no, there is. You can turn the milk into cheese, can't they? But I've got like a bajillion cheese. Do I really need more cheese? I mean, I've actually got a cap on the amount of cheese that gets made. I mean, I would imagine the cheese lasts longer than the milk, but I want to at least give them something. I mean, spices I've got to buy. Beer's a problem because I can't get enough honey. Now there's a thought. The windmills, if memory serves, are all up here. Somewhere. Yeah, I've got windmills over here. Now if they're producing wheat... Everything's grinding to a halt because it's saving. It might make sense to start setting up some windmills over here then. To give them some... I mean, how much... Yeah, there's quite a lot of wheat here, so then they'd have a local supply of flour. Because I've got a bakery around here somewhere. I mean, there's the pub. What's that one? That's the hospital. There's the school. Ah, there's a pastry shop. So the pastry shop can make that. They can also make... Oh, so they're using the... Now that explains the eggs then. Okay, got it. Yeah, that may well explain there's not... I mean, as long as they're going down to here to get the eggs, and that's fine by me. I mean, you've got what? You've got nothing... Craig, how many did you produced over 209? You produced 60. Oh, okay. And how many have we got in stock then? Still have got 94. Is there anything else in here? So you've got a lot of flour in here, somehow. No, not flour, you've got a lot of wheat. I mean, it's quite possible they're just taking their produce and just dumping it here instead of taking it there. So maybe I should set up... Yeah, maybe I should think about some windmills, but I need to start thinking about the firewood, because originally I did have firewood getting done over here. I mean, there are some logs there, so I could potentially do that. I mean, what if we set up this is the trouble, you see. I'm going to have to get more people again, aren't I? Here's a compost yard. It's not that one. That's a firewood splitter. Where's the... Oh, there's the work camp. So the work camp there, that's at about 60%, which is... I mean, that's not too bad if I set it up maybe here. Now, there's a thought. It's a bit of a dangerous thought, but there's a thought. So over here, it's at in the 70s. Now, does that get better because they're growing trees? Or does it stay the same? I mean, there's not a great deal I can do down here. We're right at the edge of the map now. Actually, that's a thought. I could probably squeeze... Oh, no. Because then we're going to get this bit here getting built. That may not be possible then. I mean, 60-something%'s not... It's not the end of the world. I mean, I want to leave myself some wiggle room down here for potentially more fields. I mean, this is going to eventually go away once the clay runs out anyway. Speaking of which, how much has that got? Yeah, it's got still ways to go. So, I mean, I might be able to set a work camp up here. Out of curiosity. Yeah, so it's slightly better here. So you could always potentially build it over here and then move it up there at a later date. But yeah, as I say, just no sign of this patch 0.9.7, so who knows when we get to full release. So that's really all I'm just going to focus on, I think, for now, is trying to get this done. Just keep chipping away at that. Trying to find what other produce I can produce locally here. I mean, there's still up here, I mean, we could still be thinking about giving them their own gardens as well, because there's going to hardly be anything here. I mean, if they ever want to go anywhere, they're going to have to go out through this back route, maybe over to here. It would take them forever to get down to here. And I'd rather them go over there where it's probably got more resources anyway. I mean, out of curiosity, how do they do? You know, it's always a mixed bag what you see. Different things. I mean, over here we've got... Yeah, there's nowhere where anybody's got like everything. It always gets used up pretty quickly. And the houses I've got, they seem to be doing okay. I mean, as far as happiness goes, we're not doing too bad. I mean, they're always going to be complaining about the lack of entertainment until I can get beer sorted out. I'm kind of stuck with that. Meat, hopefully that'll pick up, because once these max out, I think that's at 20 at 20, so they should start producing more meat down here. I can't upgrade it, but these are maxed out, so there's those. I mean, I could add another barn over here, I suppose. and get them more local meat, but yeah, $64 million question is how long can we keep this all going without either running out of money or getting overrun by raiders or private armies? Who knows? I think we'll have to wait out and find out in another episode.